Lodge. Time for another From a Cookbook episode, and this time the number generator gave us the China Moon Cookbook by Barbara Tropp. Barbara opened a restaurant called the China Moon back in San Francisco in the early 90s. Sadly, that restaurant didn't last very long, and she died of cancer at a very young age. But she wrote two cookbooks. The first one was called The Modern Art of Chinese Cooking, and it is the Bible that back in the 90s everybody reached for when they wanted to know something about Chinese cooking. She lived in San Francisco and was a Chinese scholar, so there's just a ton of information. And then she had a restaurant, which was extremely successful, and so she wrote this cookbook. It's funny this season because a few episodes ago I got City Cuisine, and that was another cookbook from that era where I was just a young chef learning how to cook and learning about food. And so living in Minnesota, going to California and seeing these restaurants and seeing these really cool ideas. You can see there's lots I've done in this cookbook. But today I'm going to show you one of my favorite recipes from this book. It's her peanut sauce. I've tweaked it just a little bit, added a little more lime punch to it, and there's a lot of different steps she has in there. She makes her own spicy oils and a couple of other seasoning blends, and I'm going to speed that up for us by doing some tweaks and making it a little bit easier so that you can make it just like that. So the basics of the peanut lime dipping sauce from her book are obviously peanut butter and lime, ginger, a little bit of coconut oil, and then a few other seasonings which we'll show you. This peanut sauce is great. It can be used as dipping sauce like she has it in her cookbook for spring rolls or chicken satay. I've heated it up and tossed it with some noodles and some vegetables and called it pad thai. I've also taken some leftover chicken breasts from a rotisserie chicken and tossed it with some vegetables, tossed it with the sauce, and then served it over rice. Lots and lots of possibilities. Once you give it a try, your mind will go crazy and you'll be able to make lots of different things with it. So to break it all down, we're going to use sesame oil, a little bit of cider vinegar. The base of it's going to be peanut butter, and you can use chunky or creamy, whichever you prefer. If you use chunky, you'll have a little bit of texture in your sauce. If you use creamy, it'll be fairly smooth. Some coconut milk, some grated ginger. We're going to use both the zest of the lime and the juice of the lime. In her cookbook, she only uses the juice, but I love to put the zest in there and just punch up the flavor a little bit. Some soy sauce, crushed red chilies, and a little brown sugar to round it out. All our prep is here. And let me tell you, if you don't have a microplane planer, put it on your wish list. It makes quick work of ginger, easier than chopping up really fine with a knife, and peels off just the beautiful edges of citrus zest. You don't get any of the white pith. Not sponsored or anything, but go get yourself a microplane planer. They are awesome. That's how I made all this happen really quickly. So, got the coconut milk, sesame, soy sauce, a little bit of brown sugar, or vinegar, sesame, peanut butter, lime juice, lime zest, crushed red pepper, and our grated ginger. The rest is really easy. We're going to go to the food processor, dump it all in there, spin it around, and you're done. There you go, peanut sauce. I let it go for about 20 seconds. It's all done. This is going to melt its flavors as it sits overnight. So if you have a chance, make it the night before. But otherwise, it's ready to go right now and you can enjoy it. Thanks to Barbara Tropp's China Moon Cookbook, we now have this lovely jar of peanut sauce. It doubles really easily and keeps for a little bit in the fridge. So if you want to make a big batch to keep in the fridge, I've kept it in there for several weeks. Or you can give some away. It makes a lovely gift as long as you put it in the fridge and keep it there. But again, great visit when I was a young budding cook, and as you can tell, I've used a lot of recipes in this book. It's a great book, as is her other one, The Modern Art of Chinese Cooking. So thanks for tuning in to Cooking at Mook Lodge, and enjoy your peanut sauce.